DIY.
I made a video on this literally the same day that it dropped. I listened to it a few times, listened to it at the gym, listened to it in the car. I read the instructions. This was not an album that he asked you to do any thinking for. This is not an album that it was not meant to be digested in the same way as, say, for instance, the album that has had me in the chokehold, Let God Sort 'Em Out. So I went into this project with a very different type of energy. His verse on POV, just speaking from an energetic standpoint, is the best feature on the project some days. But then I'm back to my senses, and then Kendrick is obviously the best verse on there. But some days I'm like, nah, it's energy. He understood the assignment. Seeing the paying homage to LL Cool J, seeing all of like the 80s hip hop references helped me to kind of understand the first song that got released, which was the video for Stop Playing With Me. Okay. Tyler is in such a evolved bag as a musician and a producer. He is one of the best in the game. Listening to all the layers, listening to how intentional he is with his production is amazing. That being said, I did not like the production on that song. It felt like when you listen to a Tyler project, he tends to give you a really good balance. My favorite album from him that has balance of the up-tempo songs and the more introspective songs, the more melodic songs, which are my favorite from Tyler. For instance, Wolf. Wolf is one of my favorite projects from him. This project felt like they were in the same family tree as Jamba featuring Haji, Cowboy, let's go to Flower Boy, Who Dat Boy, I Ain't Got Time. It feels like it's in that pocket of his production where it's like super up tempo, it's super influenced by Neptunes, by Missy Elliott, Timbaland in that era. Those are like for the singles. Those are the ones that pull in a lot of people. Definitely good for the shows. But to get a whole project of it, I was not anticipating that. Sucker Free, and I think my favorite one was Don't You Worry, Baby. This project meets me at a place where I'm not in the mood to dance, even at the gym. It's too much for me. However, I say all that and I'm able to sit back and say, removing myself from it, I see why an album like this needed to happen right now. What is hip hop in an era, in a time period that feels like it's resetting? What is hip hop without fun? What is hip hop without a house party? What is hip hop without a block party? This to me is like Tyler looking at all the stuff going on and saying, okay, I can rap with the clips, but that's not my lane. Who's going to provide this end of hip hop? Because it's still hip hop. Who's going to provide this? You know what? I could provide this. Hip hop started in dance. Yeah, like Ben Shilson said. I feel like this is what he's doing. Give it 2 years. People don't want to dance at 40, but 42, different story. I mean, I'm not even making it an age thing. I'm just saying right now, life in general, shit is too real for escapism for me. So the music that I'm tapping into is very much in tune with the times and the aggression, the irritation with the state of things going on, the state of the economy, the state of whatever you want to point it to. The music that I'm listening to sounds like it's reflective of the time period. And I think that he's doing a good job corralling a lot of people who are in a place where it's like, shit, if it's going downhill, if the ship is sinking, let's dance until the end of the night and let's dance till the world falls apart. That has value. And it's still very hip hop in the way that he did it. But for me right now, a lot of these songs are meeting me at a place almost like 808s and Heartbreak. I wasn't going through no heartbreak to understand that. But 3 years later, some of them songs made a lot more sense. I could sit back and appreciate his genius, but I could also be honest and be like, right now, that's not where I'm at with it. Right now, the type of hip hop that I'm going to gravitate towards is on this type of time. However, how great of a time it is that we have a choice. Because the balance that we could be having right now could be choosing between the Clips, the Nas, the Raekwons, the Freddie Gibbs, when you're on this type of time, and then the Canadian Light Bright. But the balance that's happening seems like, oh, wait a minute. This space that you know is appreciated by true musicians, by true lyricists, by true songwriters, this can all exist without having to be remnants of the past? 10 years? Oh, shit. Give a hip hop head variety. I'm with it. Because now there's certain times where Sucker Free is going to come on and I'm like, yeah, it reminds me of some DJ Quick. It reminds me of some Sugar Free. I fuck with it. Yeah. everything is balancing itself out to where if you're a hip hop head in 2025, you're going to have selections for different moods, for different events. The gym, get-togethers with family, going out with the boys, whatever you into, whatever you at in life, you're going to have music that fits that if you're a hip-hop head. That is beautiful, because to me, that shows that there's enough balance that exists on this side to where the other side, I don't have to force myself to act like I like what's going on. And I felt like music was getting to a place where it was like, well, it's like walking into a store and saying, well, if that's what you got, that's what you got. I mean, I'm thirsty. If I had to guess, I feel like Tyler being on tour for Chromacopia, he was performing these songs and he was like, fuck, you know what I'm missing in this set? A song like this, a song like this, a song like this. And so he created this project and he's filling in the gaps. So then now when he's performing live, he has those songs to fill in the gap. If this album is on the menu, I don't think this would be for me, but I could fully understand why people love this album right now. I see the genius, and I don't think anything was done wrong. I just think that this as a meal, it wasn't for me. It just feels like he went in the studio and was like, don't think, just make. And I salute that. I love that. But he made this while on tour, while on the Chromacopia tour. That's why I think he made these songs thinking of a live set in mind. That's why all the songs are so up-tempo. I feel like he made this and said, people are not dancing enough or how I want them to dance in my shows. Cool, let's get some more up-tempo records. Let's get it rolling. Last point I make about the project, and I'm done. If Tyler, in the stranglehold that he has on his age group of Gen Zers, if he can get Gen Zers putting their phone away for at least the 2 or 3 hours he's live and dancing, a win is a win.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell
it. A win is a win. This guy went to the album release party. Album listening party where you couldn't bring your phone in and you had to dance to his new project. Nobody had heard at this point. Listen to his account of how that show went.
I just got back from Tyler the Creator's album listening party. There were no phones allowed. He locked them up. So I'll give you guys a play-by-play review of what went down. It was at Hollywood Forever Cemetery, and it was a pretty last-minute invite. There were only like 150, 200 people that actually managed to get a ticket, and they locked your phones
Cemetery
up right away. So as soon as you got inside, it was super exclusive. When it started, Tyler got on stage and he started talking about how he's been working on this album for the last like 6 months while on tour, how he really wanted to make an upbeat dance album, and he hoped, everybody could just get together tonight and enjoy it and dance together. And he played the album, and it truly is like Tyler's first dance album. I've never heard him sound like this. Is a truly new sound for him.
Man, a very wise man in the industry told me one time, he said, the type of songs that feel like a chore for artists that are used to being in their creative bag, like songs that have that are made to be dance songs and not made to be songs with a whole lot of depth, songs that are made to be hit songs. Like, to me, this is Tyler attempting to make hit songs in his own lane. You only need a few of those and you're going to be eating for life in your career. He went and put together a project real quick, and every single one of them songs is charting. First project since GNX that did that. Every single one of them songs is charting. You do that, you've created a project that you can eat off and you can perform for the rest of your life.
He really made a point tonight to be like, I want y'all dancing. This isn't just a listening party. And so he immediately jumped in the crowd, took his shirt off, started dancing with everybody, got into the mosh pits. I got elbowed at least 3 times by Tyler tonight. That was pretty funny.
Think about this. An artist that just went on a world tour, artist that is off of his Grammy Awards, who is now seen more so as an artist that is recognized around the world, comes back to his core audience and is up here mosh pitting with them at a 150 to 200 person venue for album listening. Not, you know what I'm saying? Not an arena, at an exclusive event. And he's in here dancing and telling people to dance. Like, he's working as if he's still an underground artist. That kind of shit goes a long way in an age where artists are used to being mysterious and untouchable.
And then once he played it once, he ran it back again, once from front to back, twice, I should say, from front to back. And, everyone went crazy. That was pretty much it. He gave a speech at the end. I got this free t-shirt. We got a little Tyler t-shirt, Don't Tap the Glass. And that was it. I did see Taco, Jasper, Mustard, Tyler's whole usual crew there. They locked the phones up right away, but at the very end, I did manage to take it out and sneak a quick video, so I'll post that too, but that's pretty much the gist of it. He said the album will be out around like 3 a.m.
I want you to think about this for a second. My last point about this. We just watched 1 minute and 30 of a young dude describing an event of something that he saw. And one of the first rules of social media and YouTube when you're doing content creation is show, don't just tell. But his excitement is so high in this situation. He's so excited about, and people were so interested who are fans of Tyler that couldn't be at the event that they're watching him talk about an event. They're not vicariously living through it because you have to go to it in order to experience it. This is where I give so much props to Lil B, because Lil B was doing that at a time where he was creating what he called rare experiences. No, you can't just see this online. You gotta come experience the Bass God in person. Bass God took my beat. Oh, thank you, Bass God. But those things happen at the events. Now you're looking at, I think, an evolution of something that he did for hip hop, in that he made it a very cult-like exclusive experience for a new generation. And I think a lot of folks are following in his footsteps. And I look at this and I'm like, dog, he sat and talked on a video at 2 o'clock in the morning when he made this about a show he went to, and people were all into it. That's hip hop, bro. That's hip hop. I don't care how I feel about the album. That's hip hop. That's hip hop. That's a win.